Hi, welcome to my channel. I invite you to join me as I take a few things off my to-do list. Hopefully I can take them off faster than new things will get added, but I guess we'll see. Anyways, nice to have you along. If you have any questions about how I made something or maybe some project you might want to see done, go ahead and just add it to the comments. You never know. Thanks. Hi. Today we're going to do a little bit of a day project. I noticed from the last project that we did, when I was doing my cuts, I noticed that the off table that I was using, it's not really quite high enough. It's not really a critical piece, but kind of a bit of a, it's a pain anyways. So what I'm going to do today is I picked up a little bit of material. I already have sort of like a melamine topping, or top, I should say. So we're going to be doing that today. So just sit back and watch what I do. I'll kind of explain my steps a little bit more than I did on the previous ones, just simply because it's not as, a little bit more of a rough project, let's call it. It's, you'll see. We'll start. There we go. There we go. So what we kind of want to do is we're going to utilize some 2x6 material, and we're going to basically make something that's going to sit on top of this. So this way, when I do the offcuts, it just goes directly on top. I used to have a roller table. Oh, the good days. But unfortunately, I had to make room for, other things. So I had to get rid of it. So this will work for, I would say, 99% of the things that I'm doing. So, can't always have the luxury of having a roll table. But anyways, I mean, if you're lucky enough to get one, great, hang on to it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of measure it, because what we want to do is we want to have it basically butt up against here. We don't want to have it too high. We don't even want to have it even with this. We want to have it a little bit lower. So this way, when it cuts, there's no hitting it, because sometimes that happens. Even if it's straight, or even if it's straight, it'll tend to do that. So that's what we're going to do next. We're just going to do some measuring, and then we'll build the outside first, the skeleton, and then once that's done, then we'll put the top on top, because we'll have to cut that down, and we'll be able to use what we've made as our table to cut it, to do our offcuts. So stick with me. I'm going to cut some 2x6s, two of them. To make this one a little oversized, so that this way I'm not struggling getting it on and off. Besides that, it doesn't really matter. There'll be plenty enough room to kind of hold it in, so that's what we're going to kind of do. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to do assembly. Now what's going to happen is that this is actually going to fit on the inside. You'll see. But I want some of this part to be extended out. So this way I'll be able to put it in here. It'll still be fairly strong. So we'll do some assembly now. Oops, I missed the board. It's not the nicest, but it'll work in this case. All right, that'll work. Okay, so next we're going to take our melamine sheet and we're going to cut it down. So in this case, I'm just going to kind of cheat a little bit. I'm just going to take this, put it on there, and then just measure it. That's my cuts. So ordinarily, you cut off the piece that basically you cut from the stuff that you don't want, essentially. So it's your off gun. I can't do that because of because it's too hot, like too wide. The gauge only goes so far, or the plate or the guide only goes so far. So I'm gonna have to kind of do it the opposite way. What else are you gonna do, kind of thing. So yeah, just make sure when you mark it, you mark which side you want to cut off. Otherwise, it's going to be too short. Not that that's ever happened to me. That didn't go as well as planned. But we're going to measure it up anyways. actually not too bad. Next we'll cut the other piece and then fasten it together. Okay, pretty good. And we'll sink in some screws and put in our side pieces, and then we should be good to go. So one thing you got to remember when you're doing this is you're going to do something like this. Make sure you have the screws like sunk in. Otherwise, when you're doing your cuts and stuff, it's going to catch on it. You know, cause you grief. Okay, so that's pretty good. So next thing we're going to do is we're just going to put in some side pieces. The side pieces, they're basically just scrap pieces, kind of whatever I got around. It's the whole idea is just to kind of keep it in place so it doesn't, you know, fall off or anything. It's a fairly heavy piece. Not that you need to necessarily have that much strength in this, because all it's doing is just essentially taking up space. So I'll put one more in here, because I've got a 2x4 going across, and then I'll make the side pieces. I don't really need these to be very much longer. I only need like a few inches just to hold it in, but I guess I could cut them down too. This way it would reduce some of the weight. So we'll do that. Not that that's very heavy, but when you get a couple more of them, yeah, it kind of adds up. Although the front piece, I'm going to have a full piece. So. I think we can get a second extension cord. So this is kind of what we want. We don't want it to be too tight, and we're struggling with it, getting it on and off kind of thing. Even though I left this in the back, I don't really need that because the idea is that that front piece that we had, that's going to hold it in. And almost all of the cuts when we're cutting, the pressure is going to be going this way. So you don't really need to have anything on the end. I mean, if you really want, you could, I guess. But in this particular case, you don't really need it. And the other side cuts that we'll be doing, they'll be coming from here. So again, we have block on both sides. So we have a little bit of movement, which is kind of what we want. Yeah. So just to see how it works, we're gonna take one of the scrap pieces that we have, and we'll just cut it, you know, just for funsies. Perfect. I don't think you can get any better than that. Of course, obviously, when you have 4x8 sheets, a little more challenging than just this this small piece. But this is basically the idea, and so it basically just helps you with your offcuts, so you're not struggling, you know, with the falling all over the place or falling down, hitting the floor, and splintering up. Just in the end, it kind of helps you. It helps you, right? Gives you kind of like an extra hand. You know, a lot of times, most of the time, I'm kind of working by myself, so this is a helpful thing. Anyways, thanks. We'll talk to you later. Bye.